Welcome. I'm going to tell a story about the 3 big bug hatches on Metolius as I remember them from the 1960s. Thank you for joining me. Wow, where to start? I fished Metolius back in the 1960s when I didn't know much about fly fishing, but I had a good time doing it. And one of the things I want to talk to you about is the 3 big bug hatches. Now, this is not the 3 big hatches of bugs. This is the 3 hatches of big bugs. Excuse me, on the Metolius. And I remember these as being three insects. And I remember the green drake and the another mayfly that I have no idea what it's called, but it's about a size 8 and it's got a maroon, kind of a maroon body. And the other was the golden stonefly. So so I don't want to get too far forward here. I want a long region for the head here. So these big bugs were the hatches that would bring out the biggest, well, they would bring the biggest fish to the surface. This is McPhylon. So these 3 hatches were the green drake, a giant mayfly that's kind of maroon in color, and the golden stone. Now the green drake, of course, is it's a June. I guess I'd call it a June hatch. No. I don't know. Let's face it, I don't really know. But it's not a July hatch, okay? That I do know. It's not a July hatch. And then this giant mayfly, this size 8, and it's maybe even bigger than most of the green drakes up there. We fished it with the red Coachman Special parachute. Now Senos laser dub. So, gosh, I am so disorganized here. Let me try to get this straight. Green drake is a June hatch. The giant red, the maroon mayfly is also a June-ish hatch. I never fished these hatches in the upper river, around Camp Sherman. Always down in the canyon around Wizard Falls. So they'd think I'd have my thoughts organized here, but I don't. So June, over by mid-July. So this is interesting, the golden stone. I don't remember fishing down in the canyon. I don't see why they wouldn't have been there. But the only place I really remember fishing the golden stone is up in the waters above the Gorge Campground. So there you have it. Oh, so the golden stone, when? Anywhere from June through the month of September. I don't think in October. But the point is, I got my thread caught here. Come on. The Golden Stone was an upper river. I'm sorry, I'm so disorganized. Golden Stone was upper river hatch. And the green drake and the big red mayfly were down in the canyon, below Canyon Creek, and they were June and maybe through mid-July. Those were the three big insects I remember, and they would bring the biggest trout to the surface, and they wouldn't always bite. I couldn't always get them to bite, but boy, I sure love seeing those big trout come to the surface. Thank you for joining me.